Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Right to the air is Willis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They go play action with Willis. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. That time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. He's got it to Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Willis now off of play action. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
This defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll send Brown in motion right.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
It'll be a pickup of 4. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Jamison Williams.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the offense. It's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown! A big play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner's a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Hey, check that. Street. 19 right.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Going on fourth down. Here's Willis.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Will throw it.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards in the first down.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient, find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Willis.
This will be caught by Brown.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Willis, 4th down here.
Steps away to the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Bengals 14, Ravens 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they get it down, but now Furry takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's caught by Howard. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on a first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Always got some breathing room. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Willis.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Willis with it on 3rd and 1.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. As you and I both know, the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
He's brought down at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Powell. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down. It's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No play is coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now a first down carry for Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game. There he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Willis.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Jalen Waddle, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now he'll look to throw it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Bengals 21, Ravens 7.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the gun, here's Willis.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Always costly. Football, these defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Willis.
And he finds Howard complete.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13. Powell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, 81 yards. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's got this down to the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, man, front.
They run again with Harris, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They still can't get it. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Play fake. Here's Willis.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Pick drop by Jalen Johnson. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So this...